And so we asked everyone to pull up 2 or 3 takeaways from the video that they chose to watch. And so what we wanted to do is open up the floor. We're going to have you guys unmute when we ask you to speak. I'd like to have a few people tell us some things they found in the video that they didn't know, or not even didn't know, but that surprised them, or something they learned. And the reason we had this exercise in the first place is to give you guys some additional lyrics to take out to customers with. These, again, are nice videos as well to show a customer who may not be familiar with a certain product or a certain thing that we do. So what we want to do this beginning part of the session is just open the floor up. We'd like someone to speak up, tell us the video that you watched, and I know you emailed over some of your takeaways. Bring up those points to the team. I think those are good points to share with other people. And so we'd like to open up the floor. We want to hear from a few folks. If people are being shy, we're going to have to kind of pick on someone. Let me get back to the presentation.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Brett.
All right, I'm in now. For some reason, everyone was able to hear me, but I couldn't hear them, so I'm back in here. So.
All right. Well, what we just did is I just explained the what we were doing this morning about the digital product refresher videos. So I just was about to open the floor for people to go ahead and speak up. So we'd like someone to speak up about the video that they watched and give us a few of the takeaways that they found. I know that I got emails from a lot of people, and I think Brett and I were CC'd on them. So I appreciate everyone taking the time to do this. Again, this is a good refresher course. So someone go ahead and volunteer. We're open the floor now.
Yep.
Scott, you mind if I go?
Yeah, please do.
Cool. I watched the search engine advertising video.
Okay.
And, most of it, it was a good kind of refresher course of the stuff that we already talk about. But the one thing I did learn was that approximately 10% of the budget goes towards the Google Display Network. And, I just didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yep.
Oh, go ahead, Scott. What we put in there?
No. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, a lot of people don't know that they should know that, but a lot of it's, let me back up. It's overlooked. When we're in PPC, a lot of people just think that we're on Google. Obviously, I think everyone knows that we're on Google, Yahoo, and Bing, but the one thing that's kind of overlooked is that we are on the Google Display Network, meaning that, those text ads that look like PPC, they come up on relevant websites that your customer that your customer's industry is in. So, if you might have Steve and I were just at a medicine holistic meeting, when we have that PPC ad campaign go out, ads will appear on other websites in the Google Display Network that are relevant to those websites that are relevant to their industry. So that's a part of the PPC package. So that's always overlooked. I know a lot of people ask some questions about that. But yep, that's a part of the PPC program.
It's a good point to bring up, Steve. I know you had another thing you wrote down too on the email you sent us. Did you want to talk about that one? Oh, maybe not.
Steve, you there?
Well, I know I've gotten the message here. It sounds like Amanda's had some sound cutting on and off. So,
all right.
Again, we'll just go ahead and move ahead. So let's take someone else. Someone else want to speak out here? I know Stephanie, you watched the SEO video, which was awesome. That you went ahead and watched that. Is there any thing you can share with us that you took away from that?
Yeah, I watched the SEO video. One of the most important things that I took away from it is something I can use to help set expectations with potential customers, and that is that slow growth is preferable with SEO over fast growth. Typically, people want things now and want to see improvement now, and I think that's a really good key fact to take away to set their right expectations. as well as just emphasizing to the customer that we do optimization on-site and off-site, and that will really work in the weeds for them to make sure that they're going to stay on top where they're going to get the most clicks. Not on top per se, but, stay where they're going to get the most clicks, and that, it's nice to have a team of experts behind you for something as complicated as SEO.
Very good points, and you're right. Slow growth is preferable. And in fact, that's why it's anything less than 1 year for SEO programs because of that reason. It's the only way that program will work. And so, a couple good points. Thank you for watching that one. I think that's the reason these overviews are there, just to kind of give you a little refresher. You might think you might know a product like PPC, and like Steve brought up, being in the Google network was something that is new that you may not be able to, or you weren't aware of, and you can share that with a customer when we're talking PPC. All right.
Hey, Scott.
Next person.
Scott,
yeah, go ahead, Brad.
Yeah, are you still presenting the
I didn't. I took it down since
Okay.
we're just talking, and I know people were writing comments in the conversation board. I just wanted to make sure we could, move ahead with that, because the next thing we're going to be talking about is the abstract. So, so anyone else want to speak up?
This is Libby. Can you hear me?
Can hear you perfect, Libby. Thanks.
Okay, so I did the social advertising, and kind of like Steve said, they're pretty quick, so it wasn't anything crazy new that I didn't already know. But it was a good refresher just to look at like the different types of targeting and really remember and focus on what those targetings are going to be good. Like the persona is going to be better for the long sales cycles, and the persona in advance is going to be better with the large customer databases. So getting a refresher of those and which package is going to work best for each audience just helps to remind you that we can tweak our packages and make them unique to each customer. And then talking again about the optimization practices that we have, so we can always use the ad that's going to be performing best throughout the Facebook network. And then just reaching people based on their location and their behaviors and likes. And we can do this across the most widely used social media platforms. So that gives us a huge advantage compared to a lot of our other customers because we are the Facebook preferred partner.
Excellent.
Great. Good
Excellent.
insights. Thanks, Libby. Jordan also watched the social media video. Jordan, you got any takeaways from that?
Yeah, I thought it was a good refresher video just because it talked about linear and nonlinear advertising, traditional versus non-traditional, and how important it is to get the right message to the right person at the right time. That 65% of consumers are using smartphones, and that's just what the video said. I'd probably say that, I don't know, would you say that's correct? Would you agree with that, or would you think it'd be higher? Anyway?
Yeah, I think it's probably a little higher. I think you're right on that. I mean, I don't know when these videos are created, but we have to look at that. That is just going to continue to grow. It's not going to decrease. So I think you'd be safe in saying that number is going up.
Right, and then they were saying, like, since it has, like, changed from traditional to non-traditional, there was, like, 3 different phases for the buying cycle, where you have, like, the consideration stage. I think it's awareness first, and then consideration, and it talks about which products are involved in each stage. I thought that was a good refresher. That's something I could probably watch again, which, like, leads consumers to make a decision. And then I know that me and Brett were in a meeting yesterday, and we were talking about how, as a consumer, when we're in a store, we're, like, on our smartphone comparing prices and how that has evolved. And, you know, social media is definitely good awareness to get people to start considering your products and services in real time to be able to make a decision. So to have a strong integrated marketing strategy, you know, it's good to recommend our products. You know, Facebook advertising is a good solution to, you know, find some talking points about and find a way to incorporate into their strategy if they're not doing it in-house already. So, but yeah, it's good to watch that.
All good points. Yeah, when we're talking about price comparison and that, you know, you can shop online, bring up a competitor's price, and some stores will actually price match that. We've actually done that several times. Actually, in stores, we'll just bring up our smartphones, and if they price compare or price match, then you'll get the better deal, and the store will have to, you know, give you the price that's out there. So I think it's a really important thing. It shows you kind of how the power of not only digital is influenced by, you know, your decisions online, but how it can affect it even offline. So yeah, it's a really important point there.
Excellent. Well, let's maybe do one more here. Hey, Sally, I know you were an early sender of your key points, and I know you in the email you sent me mentioned you watched the email blast video. What did you find with that you you know, took away, and something you could share with the group?
Yes, I guess I was quite surprised that if the more email blasts you do, the less the cost is to you, the cost per thousand. Is that correct?
Yeah, we've got the way our pricing structure is set up is, we do a frequency type discount. That's correct.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that, so I think that's a really good selling point to encourage people to do more than one or two of them during the year.
Excellent.
And I also wasn't aware that we had a reporting dashboard on those email blasts.
Yes. Yep. We've got campaign insights, and I can show you that. We can sit down and look at campaign insights, but we have a very robust dashboard, and I'm telling you, campaign insights is actually looking pretty good. In watching the changes and the additions they've made to it, it's a good product to give to our customers who are running campaigns. So.
Okay, and would they get that, you know, would they get that just once when they do an email blast, or would that be something that they get, you know, week by week?
They should get a login, and, you know, remember, an email blast has a short window. So typically, you know, you're going to see the extent of an email blast between 5 to 7 days, 7 tops. I mean, but, you know, so if they're doing one email blast, then they're going to be able to still get access to that data for the email blast. They should get a login.
Okay, well, I thought that was interesting, and hope that I can sell one of these days.
Yeah, perfect. Well, thanks. So we're almost wrapping this little bit up, and we want to move on to the next section, but does anybody else have anything else they want to add? I know, Julie, you wrote a comment that you also watched the SEO video. Anybody want to add something else?
Yeah. Jordan.
Okay, silence. Jordan just wrote ABC, Brett, and I think he's probably not referring to the alphabet. I think he means something else. Yeah. Always be closing, folks. So the next section we want to cover, what I'll do, Brett, is I'm going to pull up that news section. So let me present my desktop again. So, guys, what we found is last week when we showed you WorldClass Sales University, there was a new section that wasn't there. It actually was added shortly after our session. So we want to show you this because it's actually really cool, and it's something new that Gannett has created a relationship with a company, and we want to show you where that is. So give me just a second. Brett, let me know when you can see my screen.
It is loading right now, so should be any second here. Okay.
All right. We're there?
Yep.
Okay, guys. So here's the homepage for WorldClass Sales University. You should be familiar with it, the different modules. Right to the right of the modules is a new section that's called Learn, Develop, and Grow. This is something that Gannett has added for us in terms, basically it's like a digital professional library. If you click on any one of these titles, or one of the open, you'll see it's a hyperlink. I'm just going to click the first one, which is actually a TED Talk. You'll have to log in using your Gannett login. And once you get to the page, this company is called Get Abstract, and what they tout themselves as the world's largest collection of professional material, leadership guides, books, and what it does is it actually breaks down a lot of these professional books into abstracts. So you get the key points. It allows you, if you're really interested in the book, to go ahead and purchase it. And there's links that go to Amazon and Barnes and Noble, etc. But these are really nice overviews. And so the homepage, you'll see. You get to it. There's actually an app you can download, and to pull up these abstracts. But it's nice because it also includes videos. There's a lot of professional videos, TED Talk videos. As you can see, Gannett has a relationship with them, so this is actually a Gannett page created for us. Along here, you can see the latest ones, editors' picks. There's top downloads at Gannett, coming soon, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go to the top downloads at Gannett, which is the one that was on, the WorldClass Sales University homepage. This is brand new. Again, this just started, so I'm sure we're going to be getting more information about it, but I wanted to give you guys heads up that this is a really interesting place to go and check it out. And there's also like a page to tell you.
Hey, Scott.
So you can tell if it's something you really want to delve a little bit deeper, but you can do the takeaways. I mean, there's this whole little list of takeaways and summaries.
Hey, Scott,
and
you there?
As you scroll down, you can see it's a great overview of this particular book. Review these things. If there's a business or sales or leadership book you're interested in, this is a great way to learn a little bit more about it. And you can even listen to the summaries. There's a little listening link over here where you can hear the audio. You can download them. So I mean, this is a great way again for you to kind of beef up on your sales skills or your professional development. I want to go back to the video page too. So as you can see under the sales and marketing tab, there's something video talks. If you click on that, there's a whole list of videos. Here's one that says Radical Candor, What Makes a Good Life. These are a lot of TED Talks. There's professional business talks. And this is great information. So if you want, to catch up on these, I mean, look, there's stuff from Lyft, there's stuff from World Economic Forum, the Business Innovation Factory. And these are really great, and it's all consolidated into one area. So you can look at newest first, you can look at the most popular.
Hey, Scott.
And again, broken down by leadership, strategy, finance, human resources. I mean, some of these categories are obviously not maybe pertaining to our day-to-day part, but sales and marketing definitely would. So I really encourage you to explore this. And again, this is just all part of growing your professional development.
Hey, Scott.
Brett, what do you think? Anything to add?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, sorry, I had bad connection. I had to log back in a second. Yeah, this is a really, really, really interesting and good piece of or a channel to get information from. When we first discovered this, I was like, wow, what is this? This is really exciting. There's a lot of good just leadership and great authors and stuff that are back here. Actually, a lot of authors that I've known from in the past, that I've learned, that I've have several books from and audiobooks from. Brian Tracy, David Meerman Scott is a couple of guys that are back in here that I've just had, before in my good old days, going into personal self-development and education and entrepreneurship. There are a lot of these authors back there that are top-notch. So I actually downloaded the app, and I'm listening to it. I've been listening to it the last couple of days, and we're just getting those snippets from these authors. Now, some of these books have downloadable versions of the, it's either a e-reader or ebook or whatever, and they also have an audiobook version, just a condensed, it's about a 7 to 10 minute condensed version of the highlights of each of these books. So
abstracts. I mean, it's just abstracts, but it's like the Cliff Notes of business, business books.
Yeah, so it's really good. I've downloaded the app. The way that you get the app is you have to go up to where your name is up there on Scott Brown. You have to change you have to go into my account and change the password, as they haven't set the password to get. When you download the app, you'll be asked to log in to the Get Abstract login page. So you're not set with a password when you first start, so you actually just have to go down there and create a new password, and then you can get that content and download the app, and listen to all these great authors and sections that are back here. So it's been really informative for me.
And guys, this has just been added. So I mean, this is this is within a week that this particular section has been added, and so I'm sure we're going to be getting more information about it. But Brett and I thought this was really interesting and enough to share with everyone. Again, just to help with your professional development. Brett, I'm going to get off the page here. So we really encourage you guys. Again, you can easily get to this through the WorldClass Sales University homepage, and I'm sure that there's going to be links added to that page to get directly to the libraries.
We have a couple of statements here that when we were talking about this, Jordan had a one-off point saying, are you guys familiar with any native advertising solutions that we may incorporate into our integrated marketing strategies for our clients? And then right after, Grace had asked, what is the average cost, do you know? So I don't know if she's referring to the native advertising solutions or if she was talking about what we were, discussing on Get Abstract or not. But whoops, she's freaking just great.
If you see a title that you're interested in, it's worth just doing that quick overview and seeing if it's something you want to delve a little deeper.
Sorry, I just got kicked off again. Sorry about that,
see if there's
Scott.
other questions here.
Just got kicked off back again, so I'm back on. Scott,
yeah, we can hear you, Brett.
Okay. So.
Jordan, I'm not sure the questions on the native advertising part. Maybe after the session, I know we're kind of coming up towards the end of it. Maybe if you want to get together with Brett or we can do this part offline. Okay.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Thanks, man. Cool. Okay. Well, guys, again, I hope you find that information helpful. And I really appreciate everyone's interaction and joining in on giving some key points for those refresher videos. Is there anything else we can cover for you right now? I know it's getting in towards 8:30. We'd like to get everyone probably ready and on the road, of course. So is there anything else we can cover before we end the session?
I don't think so. I think everyone's...
all right. I think it's quite a good thing. All right. Well, thanks again, guys, for joining us. Janie, was there anything you needed to add to or before we head off? Grace, Kelly?
Great job, guys. Keep it up.
All right. Thanks.
Home
All right.